Hi guys, and welcome back to the final Pieday Friday of the month. Come on everybody, woo! It's all of a sudden got really dark in here. Anyway, so this week's Pieday Friday is all around basically everything else I haven't spoken about in the previous three that I've just filmed. So we have got a little bit of everything, you know. We've got candles, we've got body, we've got fragrance, a whole host. Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking. So let's start with body, shall we? So I have tried two of the body products from Beauty Pie, and it is in their super healthy skin range. So they brought out, I think it was at the same time, they brought out a scrub and a body cream to kind of go together as one. Hi. And yeah, but I could hear them ringing all of them. They're literally ringing all of them. This is exciting. How cute! So I think they both came out at the same time when they initially launched their body stuff, and at the beginning of lockdown, getting body products was actually really hard. So I thought, haha, Beauty Pie. So I thought I'd give them a go. They're a little bit more expensive than what I like to spend. I'm kind of like a cheapskate when it comes to body products, but anyway, I thought I'd give them a go. I have used up both of them completely. They are in the big beauty counter in the sky now, and they are long gone. So let's start with the scrub. Let's start with an order of application. So the scrub, fantastic, not for me. And I'm going to tell you why. So the scrub itself is like super duper thick. The scrub works fantastically, but it's sort of the like binding agent in it is very like cream heavy. So you don't have to moisturize after you get out of the shower or bath or whatever. After you've finished scrubbing, your body is both scrubbed and moisturized, which sounds great, and it is, but for me, I like to use a scrub before I shave. So if you were like shaving with it, it would like take like a layer of cream off, which is just like not the vibe. Like it was like a really good high quality product, and if you're somebody who has really dry skin or like likes to scrub irrespective, like it is a really nice product. But I really like that's when I scrub before I shave, so I can get like the best shave as possible. So I won't be repurchasing that one, although I am interested in their Soul Providers one, because that looks a little bit more like gel based as opposed to cream based. So I'm interested in giving that a go. I haven't completely written off their scrubs because, as I said, super duper good quality, just not my vibe. I do, however, really like the body cream that came with it. I believe I put it in a favourites video actually. The body cream is almost like got like a whipped, it's like a light and fluffy, but like still has like a denseness to it, and is really, really moisturising, really comfortable. It's just like a really nice body cream. It is a little bit more up there in price, as I said, than what I prefer to pay, and I have since actually came across a bunch of body creams, so I'm happily going to use those up. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe if it was on Pie Day, I would be interested in buying it. It was nice whilst it lasted, a fond memory. Really good for the summer as well actually, because whilst it did have that, you know, moisturisation factor, and actually both also really smelled really good. It, you know, it was still light and easy to wear. It didn't feel like too like dense and thick, and like it wasn't ever going to sink in on the skin. So really did like their body cream. Moving on to fragrance, I have actually used up two whole fragrances. So the first fragrance that I bought from them was the Petals, Ambrette and Heliotrope, which for me, it smells quite floral. I mean, it probably is. Hang on, I'm going to read the notes to you because I am shocking when it comes to this. So the top notes are tuberose petals and dewy greens. The middle is cyclamen, golden gardenia, jasmine sambac and heliotrope, and the base is ambrette seeds, vanilla musk and coconut shells. So if you are a fragrance buff, maybe that means something to you, but to me it's like a fresh floral. Like I don't like overly like florally perfumes. I feel like they're quite dated, but I found that whilst they did have a floral element to them, it was super duper fresh. And in fact, I found it to be a dupe for Diptyque's Floribello. So with the fragrances, I guess what's really frustrating about them is whilst you can read notes, like I'm not a nose, I'm not a sommelier, so I don't quite work in those realms. It doesn't always necessarily mean anything to me, but if you do smell Diptyque's Heliotrope, it's a dead ringer for it. I think they're very similar perfumes. So if you ever get the chance to smell that one and want to buy that one, they're very good. They do go over the spending limit. I think it's like the spending limit is 125, so it's like a month and a quarter's worth of spending limit, unless you sort of topped it up. But I do think they're actually quite worth it. The perfumes last a very long time and are really good quality, so I would happily purchase a perfume again from them. I'm just using up some other ones. And the second perfume I tried from them was Love. I don't know why they went away from the like listing ingredients perfumes and then have now started to name them, but this one is called Love. And again, the way that I've described it before is it smells like a more demure, a more sophisticated Juicy Couture perfume. It definitely has like a sweetness to it and like a warmth to it that I would obviously relate to something like Juicy Couture, which like Juicy Couture is like obnoxiously sweet. This isn't, but I feel like it's like Juicy's older sister, you know. Anyway, I'm going to read you the notes as well, so again, if they help you out, that'd be great. So the top is Calabria Bergamot, Pink, Rhubarb and Quince. The middle is Black Orchid, Apricot Nectar, Honeysuckle and Muguet. And the base is Golden Amber, Cedarwood, Sandalwood and Musk. Yeah, it sort of has that warmth to it, but it does have a real nice sweetness to it, and I did actually really like that perfume. If, you know, Petals and Heliotrope was a day perfume, I'd say this is, it's not like strictly night, like it's not one of those like Black Orchid by Tom Ford or anything like that. It is wearable all day round, but if, you know, that was to be a fresh day one, I would say this to be a naughty night one. Oh, that sounds naff, doesn't it? Anyway, cool. So moving on to the last product that I do not have to show to you. I have their foot peel. Now, I think it might be part of the Dr. Glycolic range. I could be wrong though. I have tried their foot peel. I won't be trying it again though, because I found it didn't really do anything. Again, maybe I should try it again. It's actually super duper reasonably priced. I was expecting, you know, you can get those Asian beauty ones which like peel off the layer of your skin and you spend like 10 days with like looking like you're a zombie on your feet. I was kind of expecting that, but that didn't happen. I didn't really notice anything different, so maybe but like I kept it on my feet for the full 90 minutes. Like I really went for it. I don't know, maybe I got a dodge one, but I'm like tentative whether to try it again because I didn't really notice a difference in both. Like even if my feet didn't like peel off, I didn't really notice. I mean, like I guess they felt like a little bit more hydrated, but it was nothing to write home about, nothing super wacky or anything like that happened to my feet. I would be really interested in trying their foot cream though, but it's like always out of sale. Anyway, speaking of foot cream, let's move on to hand cream. This is their Super Retinol Anti-Aging Hand Treatment. I like to use this before bed. I spoke about it recently, I think, in a video. I definitely have spoken about it within the last 6 months. What I like about it is whilst it is like a retinol treatment for your hands, which like your hands are one of the first things that start to show signs of aging, so whilst that is, you know, great, it's also really like thin. Like it is good to put on before you go to bed, because whilst sometimes, myself included, you're tempted to put on like really thick hand creams, like sometimes like when you're like rolling around in bed and your hands are getting stuck to your sheets, it's kind of a bit grim. So this one like does sink in like in a good amount of time, and I do really like it. I think what is frustrating is there isn't necessarily a counterpart to this with like a hand cream that has SPF, which is really something that I think the beauty pie should consider, because your hands are always out. Like it's a bit different, I don't know, like your hands are like always super duper exposed to the sun, so I would think that, you know, you putting SPF on, because if you use retinol you really should use SPF with it, because it makes you more sensitive to the sun. Although I feel like if you have a beauty pie subscription you're probably really into your skincare and stuff, so I guess what I'm worried about is that someone's gonna inadvertently ruin their hands or like make themselves more sensitive to the sun, which is like the last thing that I want to do saying this is a good product. So I want to make that abundantly clear. It is a really nice hand cream, do really enjoy using it, and I would repurchase it, but use an SPF on your hands. Speaking of hands, oh, do you know what? I got so far without dropping anything. I've got some nail varnishes to talk about. So again, I know I spoke about these recently in a video. So this is their base coat and their top coat. As you can see, I've used this with the Black Cherry Bomb and it's kind of gone a little bit purple, but you know, it's fine. I don't know if I've changed my mind on these. I've got to be honest. So initially I was using just these two because in my work I'm not allowed to wear nail varnish, so I was being cheeky and I was using these two. But I found that actually, like particularly my thumbs, they're looking a little bit more ridged, and I don't know if it's because I'm putting more nail varnish on, I don't know. Basically, I feel like I just need to use like a nail strengthener as opposed to a top coat and a base coat to like make my nails sheeny, shiny and nice, is the lesson I've been on. But also, basically what I've been doing is I have been like painting my nails like on a Sunday night, and today is Friday and I have nothing on my nails. What's really interesting is what I'll do is like base coat, 3 layers of this. This is their colour. It is called Black Cherry Bomb. Yeah, it is. You know, I'll do base coat, 2 to 3 layers. By the way, actually, like you could probably even get away with 1 layer, but you know, like I'm putting on extra layers and I'll tell you why. And then the base coat. So initially I was putting this on whilst I was in the bath, which is like rookie user error, and it would like almost like immediately peel off or like wouldn't properly dry. So then I was like, it's probably to do because it's like hot and stuff. So then I started doing it out of the bath, and whilst that is a lot better. I find like what's interesting is it's almost like it comes off all in like one layer. I did like my washing up like a day after I applied it and 2 nails just came completely off. So I guess it's one of those things, if you like to change your nail colour really quickly, like it comes off. I don't know how damaging it is. I don't know. I've used this about 6 times and I haven't had like the perfect application yet, so maybe I need to play with it a little bit more, but actually I'm a little bit hesitant with it all now, which is a shame because I think the top coat is really nice. Actually the top coat is really nice and shiny. Maybe I'll just have a little bit more of a play, but so far I'm not overly impressed. I think it's distinctly average actually, although the top coat is nice. So if I was to buy any of these again, it would be the top coat and not make it purple, but you know, needs must. Kind of like circling back to fragrance, I want to talk about candles. Last week's video I spoke about needing to talk to the vegan police. I need to talk to the vegan police about these candles because I wanted to try like a bunch of their new ones. So I went for their like sexy coffret, and one of them has like a leather candle in, which I didn't really think about. I was an idiot, I didn't read it properly. It had the Bahia de Miel one, which there is fucking delicious. Like that candle, if you're gonna buy any candle from Beauty Pie, buy the Bahia de Miel one. It smells legit and is great. This one here is the sweet tobacco, cedarwood and vanilla, which also smells super nice. And I've also burnt the Clean House one. So the Clean House one does what it says on the tin. It's a nice like living room, maybe bathroom. Actually I burnt it in my room, but it's like a really nice fresh, almost like clean cotton, which I actually really like as a scent. Like it just smells like nice and fresh. But the Bahia de Miel, is the best one. Their candles are really nice. So these are the smaller ones, so you can get, I think they do 2 coffrets where you can get 3 20-hour burn time, and then they do a big one which is a 60-hour burn time. So I think it's really nice that you kind of can like try out which scents that you like, but out of all of them, it's the Bahia de Miel. They smell great, they burn great. They're not necessarily the candles that when you're not burning them you don't smell, but they do like fill up the room. Like even these small candles can like really like make the room smell really nice, and I really like putting them on and like winding down. All the candles that I've used, I haven't used the leather one yet, so I can't comment on that one, but out of the tobacco, the Bahia de Miel and the Clean House all smell phenomenal. I did actually also purchase the original coffret from one of my friends, and I think she really liked them as well. What I think is kind of cool about candles is like, whilst they do have like maybe a little bit more like bougie scents, you can kind of like relate them to what your tastes are for candle smelling anyway. I would recommend them as candles. It's a shame that they take up so much of your allowance, because actually the 60-hour ones do last a really long time, and like, you know, they are worth the money, but they just use up a lot of allowance. But that being said, once I'm done with all the candles that I currently have, I will be repurchasing the Bahia de Miel, and it will be a good day when I do it. So last but not least, we have a few like tools to talk about. So I have got their makeup bag. It is absolutely massive. I don't think the picture on the website does it justice. Now, whilst you could get out a ruler, they probably do give you the dimensions. Who does that? Who does that? I know I don't do that. So for reference, this is the size of my head. It is absolutely massive. I did actually do a what's in my makeup bag video semi-recently, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. But like, what's really cool about this makeup bag is you can like see all in it, it's no problem, and you've got a nice little brush section as well. I do feel like because it is so big, you kind of use up the space that you have, and this is gigantic. I do actually think it's a really nice investment, particularly if you have a lot of makeup like me. I do also have their brush set. So this brush set I got last year, but they have updated it. I think it's all chrome. I think the brushes for the most part are the same, but I think they also have a washboard included, which I think is really cool. I really like Beauty Pie brushes. I think their brushes are really fantastic. They're vegan. They're definitely not animal hairs. They're vegan. Yeah, they are vegan. This is quite nice. It does also have a band. You can fit more stuff in it if you have sort of these size brushes. And so what comes in this set is like a real nice mix. I have actually tried their full-size foundation brush. I reviewed it in a previous video, and I really do like the buffing brushes. I do really like them, so I'm a fan of those. And the brushes, like the sort of more like powder friendly brushes, they're super soft. I think they're densely packed enough, you know, like they really do like pick up product and distribute it really nicely. And I also do really enjoy their eye brushes. Basically, I'm saying I really do enjoy it. I'm kind of juggling all these teeny tiny brushes. I've given this as a present before, and I think it's like a nice present to yourself, but also to other people. But yeah, they kind of all fit nicely on one side. These little ones are double-ended, so you really get your bang for your buck. I think this is like a nice little treat, a nice little investment. But the full size brushes that I have to talk about are these three here. So this one would have been in my current favorites video this month. I have been absolutely enjoying it. This is their most recent brush release. This is their concealer brush, their pro angled concealer brush. And it effectively is like a buffing brush for your concealer, but like that's how it's like densely packed. However, I find it's angled and the shape of it is just perfect for under eyes, but then also like concealing all over your face as well. So I've been using this with both the under eye corrector and my concealer, which are both in pots, which actually makes life a lot easier. Really am loving this product. I really do think it is worth the money and giving it a go, particularly if you like pot concealers or correctors or anything like that, I think. And also, do you know what I reckon? If you wanted a contour with it, I don't know, I think it's a good little brush, and I also think it's unique. I haven't seen that many brushes on the market that look like this. I think it's a no-brainer. I really do like that product actually. And then I've got these two to talk about. So this one is effectively like a 217 from MAC. I'm gonna double check. This is the eyeshadow blender. This is like got dried liquid eyeshadow in it, so it's looking a bit ming. I did not wash my brushes for this video. It basically, if you like a MAC 217, you can get a bunch of these. They're really affordable and really nice and work really well at distributing and blending the product. And then last but certainly not least, I have the angled eyeshadow. Is that what it's called? Pro Angled Eye Brush. So I use this for my eyebrows, and I use this in conjunction with their brow mousse, and I think they are a match made in heaven. Oh my god, I've just squeezed a bunch of the product onto my hand. That's great, Alice. Loving your work. It's maybe not the thinnest angled brush that I've seen like this, but it's thin enough. Like it still works really well. I still find it works really well, particularly as I said with the mousse. I haven't tried it with powder, so I can't comment. What's interesting about the mousse as well is because what I will do is I'll like say this is the pan, I'll like almost like squish the brush into a point to then apply the product through my brows, and I think, as I said, a match made in heaven. I'll then brush it through with the spoolie on the end. It's all conveniently packed. So if you are thinking to get one of their brow products, this is a really nice accompaniment to it. Whereas I would say this brush is more unique to Beauty Pie. You can get other brushes like these, but all that to say they are really reasonably priced and really good quality as well. So if you wanted to amp up your brush collection, I really would recommend Beauty Pie brushes. Anyway, oh my gosh, that is it. We are done with Pieday Fridays. I hope you have had a fabulous February. 2 more videos to go. I'm filming this in the middle of January though, so I have absolutely no idea how this has gone. But I hope I've still got a smile on my face. Thank you so much for watching. Before we go, these are... that was an overreaction. These are the Beauty Pie vitamins. So I have purchased them. As you can see, they're in my hands. Stay tuned. Basically, I'm going to be doing a video for these in March. So March or April, I think March. So subscribe if you want to hear about how I find their vitamins really expanding their range, really becoming a all-encompassing brand as our Beauty Pie. But yeah, so if you want to see what I think about these, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you stick around, and I'll tell you all about them next month. I hope you are having a fabulous February. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye!